Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today's video we are going to pick something new up. So this is something that has been in the pipeline for over a year, but just with delays in manufacturing and demand on these items being made caused us to have to wait. So we had to wait until it was there slot for getting it manufactured. It's manufactured, it's ready for picking up. So we have a bit of drone footage of us going to pick it up. Let's go look at that now. So it's finally here, the 2,500 gallon Redrock slurry tanker. As I said, it's been a long time coming, but it has got here. Now we have an addition on the back of it, which we'll get to in a moment. But yeah, why do we go for a 2,500 gallon tanker? Well, we did contemplate going for 3,000 gallon, but our system, our ground, some of the land that we're walking in is quite hilly. Some of it can be wet in once you get into the autumn time, trying to get the last of the slurry out before your slurry ban, or in the springtime when your slurry ban opens. We didn't want having the ground just half filling the tanker or trying to quarter fill the tanker to allow us to go out on ground, or having to use the old tanker. So what we wanted was a tanker that was still going to be not too big, very much usable, and would suit our ground. So that's why we went for the 2,500, which we're happy with, because having seen a 2,000 gallon tanker up close, it's a lot bigger, and we just don't need that. But yeah, 2,500 gallon tanker. What do we get on it? Well, we got a few extras on it. We got two sets of the brackets for holding the pipes. There's a set of pipe brackets on this side, set on the far side. Sight glass on the front, just so you can see what slurry is in the tanker. 11,000 litre capacity Dura pump on it. It's got air and hydraulic brakes, hydraulic changeover, which is pretty much standard, LED lights on it all round, and there is actually a set of LED walk lights on it as well, which you can see there. And yeah, had a set of service connections here on the back as well for so it was dribble bar ready and ready for all that. The tyres too are something just a little bit different from standard. Standard is an 800 wide tyre. These are a 900. The size of them is actually a 900 60/32. They're an Alliance multi-star tyre, 376 with a 191 D rating on it. So yeah, they're built to take weights. The tyre itself is designed to work at low pressure, and it then in turn helps to protect your soil, and there's not as much compaction with them. There's a steel casing built into them that will help to protect the tyre from getting punctured, and then there's also a stubble guard on the tyre as well, the way that they're designed, which also as well helps protect both the tyre itself and the sidewall against punctures or splitting or cracking or anything, even with age. So yeah, fantastic tyre, and a gorgeous looking tyre, and that'll also make a huge difference to us, especially on some of our wetter ground where it would be susceptible to getting some compaction. That wider tyre is going to be make a huge difference to it. Yeah, and it just looks fantastic as well. So over the moon with the tyres. Tyres have been supplied by Kirby Tyres, who I'm delighted to be working with again on this. I've worked with them on the tyres for the 3650, and we have another project coming up a little bit later in the year, in maybe about a month's time or 6 weeks time, which I'm very excited about as well. So yeah, that'll be something just to watch out for. Kirby Tyres are distributing tyres here in Ireland for 60 years. They've been taking Alliance tyres in and other brands as well, and are a major tyre supplier both here in Ireland and in the UK. And yeah, absolutely massive, huge company. They not only do tyres, they also do the rims. So these rims here have been made by Kirby, and yeah, they work with all the major manufacturers, the likes of Redrock and all the other manufacturers, whether it's trailers or tankers, and they can also do tractors as well. If you want to put wide wheels on tractors as well, they can do all that kind of stuff. So yeah, delighted to be working with them again. So yeah, that is the tyres on the tanker. So we will be looking a little bit more at the tyres as we're using it. I'll let you know what I think of them with a load on, and what they're like with the load on, whether it's on the road or in the field and all that as well. So we will be having another look at those, whether it's in today's video or in a number of days, maybe in another slurrying video. We will be looking at those. The other thing that's a little different from when we picked the tanker up is that there's now a dribble bar fitted on the back of it. So again, we went with the MBE. Absolutely love the first one we have. We have the first one on about 18 months, or maybe just over 18 months, and it is an absolute brilliant dribble bar. The next time it stuffs is the first time that we'll stuff it. So yeah, it was a no-brainer that we were going to go with another MBE dribble bar. This one is actually slightly wider. You might see it's slightly higher, and that's because it's slightly wider. We went for a 10.5 meter dribble bar, whereas the other one's a 9. Why do we go for the wider one? Well, you're taking wider width in the field, and just made sense. Bigger tanker, bigger dribble bar, and that's what we went for. So yeah, still basically everything else retains everything that we liked about the first one. Has the same macerator on it, the Alarina, and it has been absolutely flawless in the 18 months that we have the other one. And the compactness and everything to do with it being nice and neat on the back of the tanker, was a no-brainer. We're never going to go with anything else. So yeah, I'm excited to use it because it's another 1.5 meters wider, and you're going to be taking a wee bit more ground with you, as well as having the extra slurry in the actual tanker itself. You're going to be slurrying a little bit wider, so I like that. I like the thoughts of that. So yeah, that is it. We will see plenty of action of it too over the coming days, but that's a quick walk around the tanker itself. Looks fantastic on the Dio, and we have it on the 6 hour at the minute, but we will have it on the the 6930 as well, it'll be no problem for it to pull it. But yeah, she's a beast, an absolute beast. One of the things I liked about it too, we bought the tanker in Morrow's, which is in Bestbrook, just outside Newry, and Clarence was fantastic. You know, when we were ordering it, he's an absolute gentleman. He's been working with Redrock for, I think, for over 40 years. You know, since the company started, he's been selling Redrock stuff, and he's one of the biggest sellers that there is in the country for Redrock gear. And yeah, he was just an absolute gentleman. But one of the things I wanted him to see if he could get on it was this little galvanized strip on the tanker. I just thought set it off well, and it does. There's an LED light on it here too, which just all little things. Redrock, it's all those little things with them that makes their tankers just stand out from the rest. So yeah, big thank you to both Clarence and Alexander for all your help and organising everything with the tanker. Absolutely love it, and yeah, it looks fantastic. The tanker itself, I'm able to draw down a grant on it. I can get a 40% grant on it on the dribble bar because it is a low emissions slurry spreading system on the back of it, and it helps to have low emissions and to reduce the amount of ammonia being released into the atmosphere. So yeah, that's a huge help when you're purchasing it. Dad was able to draw the grant on the other dribble bar on the old tanker, and this one here is mine, so I can do it on it. So absolutely fantastic. But yeah, that's it. So I think it's time we got her dirty. I'm just going to stick the PTO shaft on it, and we'll suck out a load of slurry with her, and we'll get using it. Really a shame dirty in it, but here we go.
Let's get down to business. Give you one more night to get this. We've had a million nights just like this. So let's get down to business. Mama, please don't worry about me, 'cause I'm about to let my heart speak. My friends keep telling me to leave this. So let's get down to business. Let's get down to business. Give you one more night to get this. We've had a million nights just like this. So let's get down to business. Let's get down to business. Give you one more night to get this. We've had a million nights just like this. So let's get down to business. Back and forth with the bullshit. I know I said it before, I don't mean it. It's been a while since I had your attention, so it might hurt to hit it. Don't ever fall away. We can't leave them if we stay the same. And I can't do this for another day. So let's get down to business. Let's get down to business. Give you one more night to get this. We've had a million nights just like this. So let's get down to business. Let's get down to business. Give you one more night to get this. We've had a million nights just like this.
Alright, so we've a bit of slurrying done now. We've got about 10 acres done in total, and getting a good feel for the tanker and some of the differences with it compared to our older Redrock. The one thing I've noticed is very easy to pull compared to the old Redrock, and there's a couple of reasons for that. Actually, it feels no different to pull 2,500 gallons in this tanker. Feels no different to pull than 2,000 on our old tanker. But I was going to say there's a couple of reasons for that. One of them is there's a high-speed axle in this tanker which isn't in the other tanker, and the second one is then is to do with the tyre size. There's a 32-inch rim on these tyres here, and our other tanker at home I think is like a 26-inch rim. So that's a bit of a difference. This rim here and this tyre is a lot smoother when you're driving along. So the only thing I did have to do was, after I'd done a couple of loads, seemed a little bit bouncy on the road, so check tyre pressures, and they were grand for field work, but for transport work I would like to have them a little bit harder, so I pumped them up a bit. Made a huge difference. Difference of day and night, and tanker was a totally different tanker on the road. So yeah, that's the only thing I had to do. Other than that, everything is working well. I'm just going to show you. I'm going to swap around now to the other lens. I'm using the Insta360, so I'm going to swap around to the other lens, and I'll show you just the operation on folding out the dribble bar, because I had some people asking me about that in one of the last slurrying videos. Alright, so there's a very simple operation to fold out the dribble bar. You've got a control box here with a little switch on it. There's actually two switches, but the switch number one is the only one really you use, and it controls a solenoid at the back of the tanker that diverts which function that takes place at the back of your tanker. So when the switch is up, that is working your lollipop on the back, and it opens and closes the slurry for coming in and out. When the switch is down, that then changes. The same lever then works to fold in and out on your tanker. So you just fold it out. Once you've folded out, then you flick your switch off like so, and you're ready then to start to build up your pressure, to get into position, and to start to spread some slurry. So it's a very simple operation. There is an extra switch on the control box, and that extra switch is for if you wanted to connect maybe LED lights on the back of it, or whatever you want to use it for. Now there is lights on this tanker. I haven't got them connected up. Now, I'm not sure whether the light connection may actually just plug in here into this, because it is just your standard 3-point socket, so it may be just wired to that, and you just click on and off your switch and it works the lights. It could be as simple as that. I think it actually is, but yeah, that is how simple it is. So back in the yard, finished those 3 fields, and yeah, tanker's looking a little bit dirtier than it did when we started them, but that's okay. That's what she's here for. She's here to get used, and she'll get plenty of use here, that's for sure. The only thing I've left to do is I used the PTO shaft of the 2,000 gallon tanker on it. There is a wide angle PTO shaft which has to be cut. I did try fitting it on, but needs probably around 3 inches off it. So yeah, I'll get that cut, maybe I'll get done either tomorrow or the following day, and we'll get it onto as well. So the wide angle joint, be a good job. You know, you don't have to slow down the corners, or turn off the PTO in the corners as well. So yeah, that is really it. Big thank you to Tyres. Delighted to be working with you on this project, and as I said, we have another project coming up in about a month's time, and that's an exciting one too. So big thank you for all the support and support of the channel, and yeah, looking forward to the next projects as well. If you do want to know any of the details on the tyres, I will be putting a link in the description down below, so you can check out the link there. Click over to Tyres website. There's all the spec and details of the tyres, and yeah, you can also go in and have a look and see, learn a bit more about Kirby and what they do over there as well. Morrow's, see on Morrow's in Uri where we got the tank up. Big thank you to Clarence and Alexander, went above and beyond to sort the tanker out and to get exactly how we wanted it, which they done so I'll put a link to them as well. And if you're interested in any Redrock equipment, or you'll see, go on to they have a Facebook there where they show all the machinery that they have. You can click on that and it takes you into, and you'll be able to see what they do as well. And yeah, good guys to deal with. So yeah, you can check them out as well in the link. And then of course MBE, the dribble bars, super job. Expecting nothing else. The 9 meters fantastic, the 10.5 is even better now, it's wider. And yeah, delighted with it. It's just, you're taking that bit extra down the field with you, and yeah, brilliant, absolutely love it. And of course there will be a link in the description to MBE as well. If you're interested in dribble bar, check it out, talk to them, and yeah, get the best dribble bar in the market when you're at it. So yeah, that is it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching. We will be at Slurry over the next few days. The weather changes now. We're going to be at Hay as well. There's no, it's Sunday now. There has been no rain much Saturday, which was forecast for Saturday night. We got 3 or 4 drops in the window. Might be some rain coming either maybe this evening or tomorrow, but it's looking like it's going to be turning very hot again after that. So we could be back at Hay early in the week, you know, so we'll see what's happening. But we'll definitely be at some Slurry anyway, and we'll have more videos over the next few days. So until then, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit the sub button, leave a like in the video, comment down below if you have any questions, let me know what you think of the tanker, and yeah, we'll see you in the next one.